So my special all kinds of hostility. I don't know if somebody's paying them to use no soap in the women's bathroom. I don't know strange people to attack me. You know, cause this is strange. This is some kind of gang that hope to be killing and robbing and stealing money. You know, so somebody's after my life. All of a sudden, no soap in the bathroom. And as I'm uploading video, there's an upscale. You know, as I'm uploading video, saying my mother's daughter's killed her in America. Yeah, there's an upscale attack against somebody almost ran me over with a motorcycle earlier this morning, September 20, 2020. And my mother was saying the same thing, that those were moving with suspicious people here in America. Also, you know, so I don't know if they're able to find out my location where I'm at, because I'm in Manhattan. I did live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You know, but she was saying they were moving with some suspicious people also, and she was very afraid of her life. And you know, so this is what is going on. I'm experiencing an attack in New York, Warsaw. As soon as I uploaded a video that my mother's daughters were trying to kill her, you know, for the past few hours after that, I've been getting attacked like crazy. You know, an independent guy confirmed two guys were riding on a motorcycle and almost hit him also. Near me on 86th and 5th Avenue. This morning around, what time was it again? Close to 12 midnight. I can't even remember the time this happened. It was in my videos. You know, so I'm not allowed to use the bathroom. You know, I get followed into the bathroom. People didn't never used to come to the park this early. It's getting cold. And now that people are now, it's like they're holding a crusade. You know, the people never used to come. You know, as soon as I'm uploading video, I was talking about how my mother was killed. And I'm expressing reprisal. Because our daughters were born here in America. And they've lived there for a long time. I don't know if they have a connection with all these work police and whatever gangs they're part of, because my mother was afraid they might be part of a gang also. You know, that's what was insinuating, like they were moving with some really dangerous people in America, and they're part of a gang, and this has now become gang intimidation, you know. And if this gang is connected to the police, this is getting crazy. My friend Eric Garner was killed while he was trying to help me copy, because I have to be taken out their diarrhea pills. Because my mother was insinuating they may be, how, you know, you're moving really bad people, that's all she would say. So they're part of some gang and see an opportunity to make money by harming me, and then, you know, going to file a lawsuit that defame them, I'm already dead and they want money. Yeah, you know, because it's like a gang intimidation, extortion. Because even for some reason, the black Americans in this park that clean the bathroom have been attacking me like crazy. I don't know who sent them after me. But if our daughters are part of some gang, and this gang, you know, want to see an opportunity to make money, say, you know, that my mother's daughters killed her, and was able to take our stuff in the storage, because I've been getting attacked like crazy. So we need the police, the U.S. government to help me investigate it. I'm a victim of gang attack, because I'm getting attacked like crazy repeatedly. Somebody just came to the bathroom and said crazy lazy. You know, and somebody almost ran me over with a motorcycle. So I don't know if I'm from gang, you know, if this is a gang attack or whatever this is about. But they know my itinerary, and they're using the police also to attack me if I try to use the bathroom anywhere. You know, either they call the police or they attack me in person. And my mother was almost insinuating, to all she was saying was like, our daughters are moving with some really bad people she was suspicious of. I don't know if they're a member of a gang, but you know, but that's some real gang, some other gang harassment, and they hope to harm me and go sue me after I'm dead or something for defamation and collect money, you know, because, you know, so hoping that nobody will stand for me. If in case I'm harmed, an international human rights organization should take over my case and help me get justice for my mother. And I'll ask the FBI to release all the surveillance wiretap. They've been tapping me, the FBI has put on surveillance since 2000 when my mother brought me to JFK from Nigeria, and they arrested me. Their children can't come into the country with their mother. You know, even though I have a visa and my passport. You know, so my mother testified in that court hearing around 2001. So the FBI had been surveilling me. So my mother was calling me before she died, and she was telling me her daughters were about to kill her. Her daughters were about to kill her. She was trying to escape from me. They were talking to people in Nigeria that wanted to kill my mother also. One of them strangulated my mother, you know, because my mother, you know, had money left in the U.S. when she traveled to Nigeria. So the person told her to bring the money to Nigeria. My mother didn't do that. It was thousands of dollars. So the person was trying to strangle my mother, I guess, to come to the US and claim the money. So my mother, you know, so our daughters were talking with that person before my mother died. My daughters killed her. So if this is some kind of, and the Nigerian government wouldn't help me. So even though when I saw the assistance, so so it may be some corrupt network from Nigeria to here, helping our daughters to evade justice. Because the Nigerian government would help even though they have an agreement with the U.S. government to help prosecute crimes that involve Nigerians. So a lot of Nigerians commit internet fraud against white Americans. Even though if they're back in Nigeria, the Nigerian government will extradite them to the U.S. So the Nigerian government and the U.S. government has a agreement that the Nigerian government is supposed to help the U.S. government, involving crimes. Please, there's no soap in the bathroom, please, for number two. So please try to fix it. That's not good. That's nasty. There's no soap and you left it like that. God, that's weird. And they always try to enforce the bathroom and everything. It's like I'm the only thing that enforces. For the past 5 days, and there's been no soap there. So it's like I'm the only thing that enforcing. They're not really enforcing the law. All kinds of people doing stuff with their legs. They'll be threatening me. The police is going to kick me and break my legs soon. That's like again, they're threatening me that the police is going to kick me and break my leg. I'll be walking on crutches. They'll be telling me I'll be walking on crutches soon. So please help me. My mother was killed. My friend Ghana was killed, and I've been threatened as a foreigner. That's people will be doing their leg funny. They'll be doing their leg like this. In front of me. So the police is going to make me disabled, and so that they can put me in somebody else's custody, so I wouldn't be independent. So this is for real. I'm not paying these people. They're not actors. I'm being stalked. This looks like gang intimidation, gang harassment. I'm not paying any of these people. My friend Oregano was killed while trying to help a corporate person, and people be moving their legs funny. So the police is gonna jump me soon. So I don't know what this is about. The CCRB, you have to help me. Because since I took this NYPD to court, I've been getting attacked like crazy. Oregano was supposed to have been corporate was killed out there in front of the corporate person. I can't use the bathroom. I eat anti-diarrhea pill. And they're in my face attacking me. They're not even trying to cover it up. They see me so vulnerable. They see I can barely get justice. This FBI has been helping to aid and abet murder, acting as an accessory to murder. So if anything happens to me, all my FBI surveillance should be requested by anybody helping to get justice. Because our daughters, even Bolali, for example, was texting me that she was encouraging the hospital to put my mother in psych ward. Before my mother died, and said Flora also was said, she was texting me. Even this Flora also used to communicate with her on Facebook, and she was telling me to go to psych ward also. Even the Bolali was telling me to go to psych ward also. I'm like, they know that you give me money, so I can declare myself crazy. That's what I need. So I believe, they killed my mother to get power over her for financial extortion. And they want to do the same thing to me, get me in a psych ward somewhere, so they can get the money for themselves and claim, they want to use that money to take care of me. I'm too crazy. And the Nigerian government is trying to hate and abet that because they wouldn't help me. So, if I'm killed or something, the Facebook messages I was exchanging with Flora between 2020 to 2000, and I started communicating with her. When she told me to go to psych ward during the COVID, I stopped communicating with her. Because that was, she did that to my mother also, got her killed. So the FBI is aiding and abetting murder. So if any harm should happen to me, my Facebook account should be subpoenaed, and my WhatsApp account should be subpoenaed, and all my phone number should be subpoenaed. Even companies like Boost Mobile started changing the name on my account. I canceled my account. But my old phone number is 347-576-9417. And all of a sudden, that was the phone number I was using to communicate with Bola. I have some other numbers also, which can be traced. Some of these phone companies are putting fake names on my account. But all my phone accounts can be traced because I entered those numbers in my financial aid FAFSA application, and I entered those phone numbers in online applications I was making, and my other online accounts, for my AOL account, my Google account. So any of those phone numbers I used to use in the past, if any harm happened to me, all those all the messages I was getting on those phone numbers should be subpoenaed, because they will contain some of the messages I was exchanging with my mother's daughters in America, who were telling me to go and commit myself in psych ward also. So they believe, because they said, here in America, once, and even the Michael Jackson father said that. He said, once, if you're black and you're considered mentally ill, you're as good as dead. You have no rights left. Because the mentally ill people don't have any rights. So I believe this is some scheme they're on, and my mother's daughters will be held by some gangs. It seems like they're being held by a Black American gang, because for some reason the Black Americans are attacking me a lot. And I don't know, what kind of gang they're members of, but somebody, as soon as I upload video, talking about that, I'll get attacked. Yeah, and they live in Pennsylvania. So unless they're being aided by some gang, that's kind of weird. I'll get attacked here in New York by different strangers. And I know, gangs would always try to make money. Because I'm not important, I'm not rich. Why would gangs be attacking me? So I believe some of these gangs have affiliation with the FBI and NYPD rogues. They say a lot of these NYPD are members of gangs also, and they will rob people, and share with the gang members on the street. So I believe I'm a victim of gang attack. So if any harm should happen to me, all my phone records, I've used different phones in the past, and all my phone numbers can be traced, because I always enter them to my AOL account, where I register for AOL, or update to my AOL account phone number, or Google account phone number, or my FAFSA, or my college application. So, all the colleges of attendance should be subpoenaed, and then they should go through my text messages and phone calls and whatever, and my FBI surveillance. And the FBI doesn't want to produce any evidence, because they want to aid and abet murder for Ghana and my mother. That only international human rights groups should take up my case if I'm killed or disabled, can't take up my case anymore. And that international human rights groups should be reputable and should have not denied me of the past. And they should subpoena all my phone records. But it seems, they're trying to harm me, and they're putting in lawsuits for defamation. Because, my storage also property got stolen. I used to keep my old phones in my storage, and my storage didn't give me notice. Extra space storage. And there's another one called American Storage, on Staten Island. Extra space storage in Harlem. They sold auction on my property, even during the 2020, during the lockdown, that there was... there was a rule against people gathering in numbers indoors, and they went and broke that rule. My storage auction on my property during that time. My phone also canceled my phone number close to that time period, or close to that period. And also, I was having problems paying for my phone. Anytime I want to pay for my phone, the Boost representative would tell me Boost Mobile is down. So, I wasn't paying my phone number bill in time. But the one thing about Boost is, if you don't pay your bill in time, you still keep your phone number for 3 months. You can still get incoming calls. So while my phone was I was unable to make phone calls out, because my Boost account was delinquent within, less than 3 months. My storage went on auction of my account, so they couldn't get in touch with me. And they said they mailed the auction notice, to a wrong address. Even though they have my email, and I already told them I'm homeless, the best way to communicate is by email. So they didn't give me the 30 days notice, both Extra Care Storage and the American Storage. Also, they weren't, they didn't work with me, because at that time they were getting stimulus check, all these businesses. And they were supposed to give you remedial or whatever, give you allowance of time, extension of time due to the COVID, so they weren't supposed to auction off your property. At the start of COVID, they auctioned my property, so I didn't pay my bill. And they told me they were closed. I was trying to pay my bill. They told me they were closed. They can't take money in person. And I was waiting for them to be reopened and stuff. Even though they told me they can only take online payments, I lost my debit card around that time also. So they took at the start of the COVID, my storage sold off my property. So I kept all my phones in my storage. The phones I was using to communicate with my mother's daughters, and in which they were, texting me and telling me they were involved in getting her put in the psych ward at Bellevue Hospital against their will. And they told me to go to psych ward also. That I'll get money from being declaring myself disabled. So all those text messages, even on my WhatsApp also, and they were telling me the same thing and on my Facebook account. And even our daughter in Nigeria didn't show any concern that my mother was killed wrongfully here in America. Which is strange also. How can you not care that your mother was killed? None of them wanted to join me to file a lawsuit and find out the truth. And they said my mother's daughters, Bolani and Flora, didn't want an autopsy done. And I went to the medical examiner's office. I still wanted an autopsy because I think that's an hanky-panky. Because my mother was telling me before she was killed that our daughters were trying to kill her. And the medical examiner's office said they're not going to do an autopsy because our daughters in America don't want an autopsy. And so it's such a sad story. And also, they went and buried my mother, took her out of state, and buried her in New Jersey. I didn't give them the permission. I went and took all her storage properties, including my property, my mother's storage, without my permission. And I don't know what they did with the property. My mother had a bag. She was collecting Social Security, I believe, retirement benefits. All the money she had with her, they didn't tell me nothing about why they did it. They didn't send me no money. Otherwise they should show receipts. What money they sent me, what they put in my bank account. I've never seen them for a long time, for decades now. I've never been close to them. I'm here in New York, in Pennsylvania. Unless they're sneaking in on me, in disguise, So they didn't give me no cash or whatever. They took all my mother's property, all of that. Even my passport, the passport I was sharing with my mother that had a visa for me and her in it, and I need that passport now. They took it. As soon as she was killed, they were with her. They went to the hospital before me and took all her property that she had. She took her bag, she took it to the hospital, and they took all her stuff in the storage. And my mother was alluding that they were trying to kill her. The address were trying to kill her for financial gain. My mother was telling me, she was even, saying, she's saying they want to do an insurance fraud and kill her. This is what my mother was saying. So I have no way of tracing all this thing out because, I don't have police power. Did they complete the insurance fraud? I don't know. The police wouldn't help me. I contacted the Department of Investigation. They wouldn't help me either. I sent them an email. So I don't know if her daughters completed the insurance fraud. That's what my mother was alluding to. That she may have overheard them or something. She was very afraid that's why she wants to stay away from them. It's like they were planning to do insurance fraud and kill her. So I don't know. The FBI covered all this information up for me. Because, even Eric Ganda was trying to help me before my mother died, due to the police evicting my mother and I, luckily. The NYPD went and killed them. And the FBI, I recorded Eric Ganda before they killed them, saying it was going to help me. The FBI didn't release the video. To show my maliciousness on the part of the FBI, of the NYPD and kill Eric Ganda. As soon as I recorded Eric Ganda, they went and killed him. Eric Ganda told me he was going to help me with my court papers, and they followed me to court to help me get justice in court. And immediately said that which side the NYPD went and choked Eric Ganda to death at the same place he told me the statement. So the FBI acted as accessory to murder, and I don't know if there's a powerful gang that my mother's daughters are part of, and this gang is within the FBI also. Because my mother was saying her daughters were trying to commit insurance fraud and kill her, and I don't have police powers to investigate nothing. I don't have no law in America would help me. So I'm being followed, and it's like a high-ranked gang. It's like a gang. They follow me everywhere, trying to run me over with motorcycles. Anytime I say anything about our daughters in America, I upload video to YouTube, I'll be getting attacked immediately, like 10 minutes later. So, my mother was saying our daughters are moving with a bad gang also. Like, she was saying bad things, she didn't even mention gang. And she was suspected they were trying to kill her for insurance fraud. But I have no way of finding out this information. The Nigerian government wouldn't help me. So if anything should happen to me, All the phone taps, the FBI, it will show. My mother was telling me on the phone that brothers were trying to do insurance fraud, and all the and in person also, you know. So when I believe the FBI, the surveillance was covering every discussion I have with anybody, whether in person or over the phone, because they could use your phone to record conversations, And if the FBI refuses to produce any records for me, because to incriminate them, that the best way is for anybody representing me to subpoena all my old phone numbers, text messages I was exchanging with our daughters in America. I believe the phone companies are supposed to keep the record for 7 years or 10 years or whatever, But my Facebook account, I even had more recent conversation with them from 2020 that they were telling me to go to psych ward also. There's money for me in psych ward if I declare myself crazy. And even one of them told me there's no way for them to find out, so I could just do it secretly. I'm like, why would you say there's no way for you to find out? So, so you don't have to tell us about it. Just do it secretly. And it seems they have a way of they may be part of some gang that they're using to get in touch with me, to attack me. So there's nothing secret I could do that they wouldn't find out. This gang surveil me. There's like a black American gang they're part of, and they believe there's money to be made. Let's kill this person. All of a sudden, all of black Americans want to fight me, mob me down. And especially all kinds of intimidation and harassment. So this is what is going on. A lot of provocation, harassment, intimidation being followed. So this is what's going on.